Good morning, folks. It is officially Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. It is Friday, November 28th, 2025. So yesterday was Thanksgiving. We done a lot of celebration. Family was down to celebrate with us. We had a lot of food, a lot of good food. Maybe not the good for you kind of food. We done a lot of celebrating. We had turkey. I cooked up 2 turkey breasts is what I did. So the animal fat was not too abundant in my meat source, but I had a good bit of turkey. It was good. I enjoyed it. I like being 90% plant-based, so I plan to go back to doing that today. I had initially planned on having a leftover day, but I took some days before Thanksgiving and actually relaxed the diet pretty good going into this. I wanted to have a good weight gain experience going into this because it is a holiday. These are things that we're going to have to deal with from time to time. When I took on protocols, the ones that invoke FGF21, my initial reason for doing so was, one, they were low fat, because I was talking about low fat before I ever got into the sugar diet. I was talking about that already before I had got into the sugar diet. So that is one reason that drew me to it, because I was already having that kind of communication with my audience. It's well documented on the channel. I was talking about low fat protocols before that, but I was using a lot of turkey at the time, and results were slow if I wasn't restricting really, really heavy. Which is one thing I also like about these particular protocols, because the restriction does not have to be so heavy. You get to enjoy life a little better. It's kind of easy to do and maintain, even when you're in situations where you're around people with where you're eating out. I mean, because basically it's a protein avoidance, all right? As far as animal protein goes, methionine restriction is what I have learned about it. It turns out that animal protein produces a lot of methionine. So if you're restricting methionine, you can still get your protein intake through veggie sources, which are a lot lower in methionine than, say, animal. And all you really have to do is meet your daily recommended amounts of protein in order to reap benefits of FGF21. So these are the things that I've learned throughout the year. These are the things that I've practiced lately. There are unhealthy ways to go about it. I've been through that this year. I've done a couple of days of nothing but pure soda fasting, soda and candy. Maybe about 2 to 3 days worth there is all I ever did. So it wasn't like a really prolonged amount of time, and that was just 3. But you would think that with that, the way some had made it out at the time, that I was committing some kind of crime against the what was supposed to have been the diet or the protocol at the time. You'd have thought I was committing some kind of crime, because I started this thing out, doing just juicing, with fruit. So it felt more like a juice cleanse than a sugar diet. But you know, to be fair, I did add a lot of like jam and table sugar into those fruit smoothies in the beginning, and still dropped a significant amount of weight by just doing smoothies. But was it the smoothies at all? I mean, was it fruit at all? I mean, a lot of people would like, you know, to think so. Would like to have seen me pushing that message. And then there was the starch crowd. There was the starch crowd that was there from the very beginning, telling me the whole time that, you know, starch was a factor. Don't avoid the starch. You know, some there was like both sides of the fence. It was like I'm new to all this and I'm still learning. It was like a tug of war. People telling me, "No, you're fine with the starches. No, just stick with the fruits." Now, I have come to find out both methods work. They both work, and they work together. Yeah, I mean you can do a combination of the two and still get benefits, right? You don't have to be 100% all fruit. I have learned this. If the pasta protocol that I had just come through didn't show you anything, or if you didn't learn anything from that, then you're not paying attention. I mean, because the results are the same, one and the same, one and the same. So I purposely went into this holiday. I could have done like everybody else. I could have said, "Oh, I'm going to go into Thanksgiving and I'm going to restrict. I'm going to have one plate. I'm going to barely eat a couple of any. I'm going to barely eat anything going into Thanksgiving." I didn't avoid food. As you can see, I was doing food reviews. Those food reviews of the items that I were reviewing, the Gardein products, they were not low fat. They were not ideal for the protocols that I normally do to do a cutting routine. Now, that just goes to show that processed food is processed food, no matter what label is on it. So, you know, I did a lot of that. I ate some, you know, some desserts like some pumpkin pies and sweet potato pies before Thanksgiving even hit. Ate even more of that type of thing yesterday. So going into Thanksgiving, I was hitting around 269.8 pounds. So I was right at 270. So yesterday, I had a full-blown blowout eating day. And I have listen to me good, I have no regrets in doing it because I have the protocols in place to get that back down. Now remember, my goal starting out into this was to get into the 270s. And I done that quite a few months ago. I have maintained all of my weight loss for the year, 70 pounds. And I know a lot of you, you try to hit me with, "You got a lot more to lose." And I know that. Just like anybody else out there who's got something to lose knows it. I've got more to lose, that's for sure. That is not something that I'm in denial about. But what I'm also not in denial about is the fact that I can implement this starch mini protocol. Like right now, today on Black Friday. And by Monday, I'll be under that 270 again. I'll be back into the 260s. I can do another 10-day protocol of a Mary's Mini. A starch mini protocol. And totally reverse everything that I have done to myself by enjoying the holidays. This is what the diet meant to me. This is what the sugar diet was supposed to mean to me. I talked about it plenty of times, losing the weight, and then being able to enjoy, and celebrate days like Thanksgiving. In fact, when I was doing those protocols, my wife's birthday fell. I done it. I done some gain, got back on the protocol, lost it back down. There was my mother's birthday. There was plenty of things that happened. 4th of July. Just a night out with the wife, every few days, just a night out, a nice dinner with the wife. Let me get my shoes off here so I can show you the scale. And it was all leading to these bigger holidays, these protocols, these weight loss protocols, these diet, these tools. That's right, tools. I said it. I'm going to say it again. Tools to balance and maintain and to cut weight on.
Hello. Please step on the scale.
So I have no shame in anything to show you as far as a gain goes.
Your weight is
Because I earned it.
176.6 pounds.
£276.6. Now, a lot of that is going to go away pretty fast. I know, and this is what is always said. A lot of undigested food, but there's a lot of it that's going to stick too. There's a lot of it that's going to stick that I'm going to have to work on to get back down into those 250s. That 276 is logically going to go away pretty fast. Once I start implementing a starch mini, and with the starch minis, you got plenty of choices, right? You got plenty of choices on what you would like to do as far as your protocol goes. Some of those options have more protein than others. I think what I'm going to do is this time around. Now, I could go extreme, and I can go straight potatoes. I could go straight rice. I think those are the two most extreme and the lower in the lower in protein choices as far as that goes. But I have been through some starch solution, and I've been through one mini protocol. The starch solution that I was doing was the black bean and rice and vegetable mixture, and making burgers of those. I did a cutting routine on that. Had great success with it. I did pasta. With veggies, and great success. No regrets with that one. That one was awesome, and it was both of those were very protein. Veggie protein, that is, lower in methionine. Both of those were very effective toward cutting the weight back off, cutting it back down. We got a lot more holiday to get through. This is not an experiment. This is most people's reality. A lot of us don't have the luxury or the affordability to, live a full-time life of fitness and make money from that. Some of us have to do the best we can and juggle that in between our daily routines, and it's a lot harder for real life. In real life, it's a lot harder. So, having these protocols is very big. And that's what I want to. I want to show people, hey, look, you can enjoy the holidays, but there is ways to rebound from it, rebound from a gain such as the one that you're seeing right now, that I have purposely done to myself just so I could bring this moment to you right now. All right, sorry about that. So someone was at the door. So where was I? Oh yeah, real life, like what just happened just now. Real life, it happens sometimes, you know, and you gotta take pauses from what you're doing. And I have a lot of that go on in my life personally, you know. So this is not an experiment. This is reality. This is what I'm showing you right here. This is reality. This is what most of us deal with in life. Now, I am happily maintaining my weight loss results that I've had. I could easily just push, you know, another day of eating off of the leftovers that I have in there, which I am still in the mind process of deciding whether I want to do that or not. If I do wind up doing that, I'm going to have to wind up giving you another video in the morning explaining that, and another weight increase going up a little bit. But right now, my thinking, you know, going to bed, you know, after being so full, is I've had enough of this Thanksgiving stuff. Now I'm like holiday fatigued going into Black Friday, and the convenience of leftovers is just that, you know, it's just a convenience. But I'm pretty sure I'm done, and I will not be eating any leftovers today. Now I may have to invite some people over to help finish off leftovers, which we'll probably have people showing up for that very reason today. Ooh. But yeah, I'm thinking about going with beans this time. Thinking about going with beans. I like the protein of it. You know, I'm still doing workouts. I don't know if you can see. Look at that forearm there. That has gotten really, really tight. The forearm, look. I've been trying to work on that pull-up strength a little bit there, getting a little more calisthenic, you know. I'm not very good at it because I still got a lot of belly, but you know, I've been working on that too, you know. So some of the extra muscle that I have gained is going to help play a role in bringing that weight back down pretty fast as well, because as far as FGF21 goes, being physically active activates it as well, or enhances it. A lot of things do, cold stuff like that. As long as you're keeping the methionine levels down, you know, you can work wonders, you know, with the protocols. So I like beans because they offer a adequate source of protein, you know, and mixing that with a lot of the other vegetables that I eat with the beans. So I've never done straight beans, is what I'm trying to get at. I've done beans and rice together with the burgers. I've done the pasta. Had great results out of both, but I think beans, just beans, you know, because I can make plenty of soups. It's colder weather now. I can make plenty of soups with beans in it and non-starchy vegetables. I can find a way to make, or just straight up some good old hot beans, you know, with some raw onion pepper in them, you know, just mix it up, you know, and eat it like that. I think beans is going to be the starch mini protocol that I'm going to take on this time. But anyway, this is how things are going after the holidays. Like, this is reality here. I'm offering you, not offering you anything. I'm just telling you, you know, this is sooner or later. I don't care how much you put into it. Sooner or later, you're going to run into a situation just like this, learning how to have the situations like Thanksgiving, like Christmas, like holidays when they come about. And what you do next is what's really important here. That is the message I'm trying to get across. No experimentation. No experimentation. This is just reality focused here. This is my channel has always been about keeping it real, and that's what we're doing now. We're basing this in actual reality of what happens. Halloween, we faced it. We're facing it now. We're gonna get this thing back under 270, back into the 250s. You know, my birthday is coming up, and I think I can control my birthday situation a little more. I think I can, be a little more, because it's not gonna be like a full blown feast festivity. You know, it might be an eat out situation and a piece of birthday cake or something, or 2 pieces of birthday cake. So it's nowhere near the level of extreme eating is going to happen on my birthday as what happened on Thanksgiving. That's what I'm saying. Now, Christmas can be hit and miss as far as those things go. We'll just have to wait till then and see. I'll let you know how that goes when the time comes. But yeah, now we're going to go back into a cutting routine, cutting it back down. You know, we had a good few days off from it. We took on the starch mini with the pasta to get the weight down in preparation for some weight gain. Now imagine if I did not do that going into Thanksgiving, how much worse it could be. We could be in the 280s right now, heading toward the 290s, back up toward the 300. And that is why I done the pasta, the starch mini, because I knew Thanksgiving was coming. I knew people wanted to, share in celebration without me having to, miss out on it. That happened yesterday. It was a great day. I enjoyed every minute of it. I have no regrets, because now I get to show you how to bring it back down once again with a starch. Now you look into beans, and beans have, potassium, magnesium. They're building blocks for keeping your hair. It's good for hair growth. I've looked into all this. I can't scientifically explain it, but you can look it up. It's good for your nail growth. I think it's a very healthy choice to go with, and I can get dry beans, I can get canned beans. My main focus is gonna be them black beans, though. My main focus is gonna be them black beans. I was watching a video the other day where the black beans have taken the top spot above blueberries for the nutrition that they have to offer above blueberries even. So if they're taking the top spot, then yeah, I definitely want to incorporate a lot of black beans into this protocol over the next 10 days. We'll see how it goes using beans and non-starchy vegetables. Tell me what you think down in the comments, folks. And I hope everybody had a safe and a wonderful Thanksgiving, and enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. A lot of good football coming up. A lot of festivities go on way past Thanksgiving into the next few days. Try not to let it, control you, and know that there's ways to, rebound and recover from that. And that is what I'm going to show you going into. Yeah, I'll probably start that today. We'll just go ahead and consider this day one. I'm gonna go ahead and start my beans and non-starchy vegetables today, because I feel like I'm fatigued out on holiday food now. That wasn't the original plan. The original plan was to go another day, but yeah, I don't miss it anymore. I don't miss it anymore. I've had my fill of it. I'm on the tipping point where I feel like, you know, if I don't stop now, I may have a rebound in my GERD symptoms, my nasty acid reflux, and I don't want to see that reoccur. So far it hasn't, but no point in pushing it to the point where it does either. So yeah, I think yeah, this is gonna be day one. Then day two, then day three. I'm just teasing. I'm just messing with someone out there that I care a lot about. All right, folks, tell me what you think down in the comment. That's all I got for this video. Until next time, you folks have a good one.